Okay. Well, my big concern. Yeah, my big concern, which I mentioned to your brother-in-law is he's got some assets, and I don't know how that affects things.
Yeah, the assets come into play, and that's part of the process. We've explained all that to you, where you need to go, what needs to be done. Our VA accredited attorney that we work with, he'll have that conversation with you. They'll explain that to you in more detail.
Okay.
But anyone, and I'll just tell you this, the VA allows you to qualify regardless of what your assets are. And I've had people with over $1 million qualify for this benefit.
Wow.
So, you'll hear you can only have this much money, you can do this. You'll even be told you don't qualify.
And how do you do that, though? I mean, that's what I don't understand.
Well, you have to reposition the assets, that's all.
It is a means-tested and asset-tested benefit, but essentially there are legal workarounds. And if you know, it's basically you have to put together a good presentation for the Veterans Administration. And that's what we do. We help people position assets and coordinate the presentation effort to the VA setup.
Just to kind of make it short, I mean, his income isn't the thing because he's only getting Social Security, but he's got assets that are probably between his house and some savings and stuff. He's probably, a little bit over $500,000, and I'm wondering if that precludes him from qualifying.
No, it doesn't, especially if he's got a little bit of flexibility. How much is the house worth? The house is really not an issue at all.
Yeah, that's probably about $200,000. All
right, so you got $300 and other stuff? Okay. Yeah. I've qualified people with beyond $700,000 worth of liquid assets.
Well, your issues here are you have about $250,000 plus cash. The government's going to want him to use his money first if we don't do estate planning, which we're allowed to do according to the VA parameters.
Okay, so what does that mean? What
that means is basically repositioning the assets to where it may, and again, the software tells us what we can and can't do, but I'm just going to give you a kind of hypothetical. For example, you may be able to reposition, reallocate those funds into a trust that junior, if you're a junior, I'll just call you, be the trustee of, and we're allowed to apply for VA benefits the day after by reallocating those funds, so that could qualify, and he may get $19.60 a month tax-free plus retroactive 8 months waiting. So he may get a full check of about almost $20-something thousand in the funds thereafter come each month to you tax-free.